non-black women going for black men, especially the ones with the ching. Don't blame them. I do not blame them. Hello.
Hello, hello. How are you?
Good. That's a nice outfire. Now, Red Wing says here, Cynthia G sells the idea that other races want to abandon their own women for black women. I never heard Cynthia G promote that non-black men want to drop all the non-black women for black women. They're not like that. If they're like that, that's kind of like they can kind of relate to certain types of black men on the majority level if they're doing that. So I never heard of that. I mean, have you? Oh, she got herself on mute. If you can hear me, you're on mute. There you are.
Okay.
You see his comment? I never heard her promote that or say that. I
No.
mean, I think
I've
sometimes
never
people will add things.
right. I've never heard like that's kind of a weird comment. I've never heard her promote that.
Okay, he says indirectly. Okay, so she didn't say that. Like, okay. I'm like, no, she don't say that. I'm busy looking at the channels of black men saying yes to more night light skinned babies and biracial babies. That's where I'm at. Cynthia G is not a problem. Cynthia G has said that black men are still her preference. So she's not like, the female version of Red Supreme who just trashing his own race day and night. She's not like that. She's actually talking about statistics. She's, in my mind, reporting the news on her own end, okay? With the articles, with the video clips. So it's not like she's making things up out the blue. It's not like she's in the world of Dr. Seuss.
Right.
hmm So before we begin, I'm going to go ahead and play that clip, okay?
Sure.
Unity, they'll say, "Oh, well, lovely Mimi, that Asian woman, her child is black." So it's basically saying
No, her child is mixed. Her child is mixed.
yeah. Well, but a lot of black people will say Kim Kardashian's children are black. And it's like, no, they're not. You're saying that a white woman can give birth to a black child the same as a black woman can. But when I say stop giving birth to black males, then all of a sudden you're creating genocide. No.
And we got to talk about that too, because when I tell you, I have never seen so many men like with their panties in a bunch.
I haven't either.
No, listen, I'm talking about men, right? I'm a lame. Now I'm talking about men. I'm seeing shit in different panels where they're like, and this bitch saying she's not gonna birth black males, which is your choice if you choose this. That's your choice. Now, can you explain to us what is this? Well, you are you the proponent of the no longer birthing black males? Like, what does that mean? Like,
I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised. Well, actually, I am surprised, and I'll tell you a number of different reasons why I'm surprised. Number one, I'm not the first person who has said this at all, not even by a long shot. There were literally other women who were saying it before me, and the reaction from black men have not been so visceral. Now, black women, from what I'm hearing, when this other woman said it, she was attacked by black women, but not by black men. I'm actually surprised by black men because they said you're the seat of your power. Black men have been saying they're going to go start a new black community with white women. Black men have been saying they're going to breed black women out. They've been saying this. So they've been promoting abortion. They've been saying we're to blame because we keep birthing these children into existence. They keep saying, well, you guys control whether somebody's born. So I don't see what the problem is. Now that I'm giving back to them what they said they wanted, which was
they just don't like when you say it. That's
they
all.
don't like that black women have the power to eradicate them because they've been running around here saying they're God's chosen and they're the seed, and it's like, okay, we'll take your seed and go put it into Becky and have her birth you then. If that's how it is, look, I'm ready to call some bluffs. That's what I'm ready for. I'm ready to call bluffs because it needs to happen.
You're coming at it from a logical aspect, and I think a lot of people got in their emotions about it. Um, I just think bottom line, that's what it is. Now, let me ask you this: are you more for a woman saying, "I'm not even going to get pregnant by this black dude in the first place, or if you get pregnant, you get pregnant, and if it's a boy, delete it.
I'm more for them not giving birth, but that's not really realistic. We know that people are going to have sex. No matter what happens, black women are still going to have sex with black men. I'm not going to come with something that's unrealistic.
Yes.
Black women are still going to, I'm still going to have sex with black men. So, but everyone isn't really good with pregnancy prevention. They're not. They're not really good with it. And let's just be real. All birth control methods are not effective, and a lot of them are toxic and dangerous. So given that they're not going to stop having sex with them, obviously the preferred method would be to just not have their children at all. But some people may want to give birth to a girl. They may want to have a baby, and they may want a female child. So even though I'm not really super big on abortion, I know that it is an option that someone can use and that they should use. And I think that we need to start weaponizing our wombs. I think black women need to realize that they have. I think there is a reason why God has bestowed the power on black women to determine whether black men exist and get birthed into existence. And I think right now we're at a critical point where we need to start thinking strategically with our wombs. I think we're at the point where we don't have a choice.
And I know that I was listening to one of your lives, and you were saying that no matter what you put into your male child, you feel that you can't stop him from growing up to being a Dusty.
You can't. The reality is that the culture that we have now was constructed by black men, just like the culture in the white community was constructed by white men, because men create culture, women pass it on. The culture right now says that women are to be disrespected. Black women have no value. Every other woman has more value than black women. You should not marry black women. You should not pass on wealth to black women. You should make black women an afterthought, basically. Black women are whatever. If it don't work out with Becky, then go over there and get one of them. But you want a Becky over here. Those are bitches and hoes and thoughts over there. They're too dark skinned, they're too masculine, they're too manly, they're too ugly. They sold you out for welfare, they put you out the home. None of those things being true. But this is the culture. It's in the music, it's in books, it's in narratives. This is just what the culture is. So it doesn't matter how much a single black mother sits up and tries to raise her son. Number one, he doesn't have a father there. So just by virtue of the fact that this black mother is alone, once he realizes it takes two people to create a child and he sees that his mother is alone, that right there is going to tell him she doesn't have any value. She can't. The man didn't stick around.
Damn.
Okay, well, what are your thoughts on that?
Girl, that's a lot to unpack. Am I too loud?
No, you're perfect. Louder the better.
Okay. Firstly, before I start, I'm getting over a cold, so my voice is a little messed up. But
okay, I was wondering. I see you sound a little sick.
But I really don't have, and this is not me kissing her ass or anything, but what she said in just that little clip alone, I don't really disagree with anything that she says.
Yeah,
at all.
She explained things really good, and I mean, and like she said, there's a lot of black guys. I mean, you don't know if you're going to have a Red Supreme or a family guy like Denzel, who actually don't mind working and not putting down his race of women or his wife in general. Or you can get with a child that's going to be a Red Supreme type. So you never know. Look, girl, I'll be pissed the hell off if I had me a little black son, and he, I've been breastfeeding him. He getting all that nutrients. He get a cold, I'm right there. I'm at his games. I'm uplifting his self-esteem, and all of a sudden one day I'm on social media. I said, "Wait, that's my son. You black hoes, oh girl."
Girl, that would send me into a rage.
Girl, I mean, I would blow up, I might get arrested. Okay.
For real.
I'm thinking all the times we together. Look, I even made sure your daddy stayed around. Okay, you acting crazy. I mean, I may have to beg him maybe. With my bad luck, but he was there. I mean, so I understand where Cynthia G. And this is not just her. I'm noticing even on TikTok, there are some black girls who are in their 20s saying they don't want to have a black son because they're getting tired of the bullying. And of course, we can say not all black men are like that. That's true, but their voices are small. The other voices are bigger. That's the ones who are on the rap videos, and that's the ones who are on TikTok. That's the ones on YouTube. Not the other ones. There are some good black guys, but they're and they have some good sizable channels, but they're not it's not enough of them. So it's nothing to drown out that other side.
Exactly. Like she said, it's the culture of the black community. It's not just some random, it's not even a couple of small groups. That's the overall culture that black people are living in. So even the good guys, or the ones that are not dusty, it doesn't matter. Their numbers are small. Their voices are small compared to what the overall culture is.
Yeah, my friend had to teach me. She's like, girl, look, I obviously I'm black, right? But I don't really mingle around a lot of black guys like that. Besides family, I only dated one, okay, and he was like 10 black men in one. I'll just gonna keep it real. Girl, I'm saying for the first time in my life, I understood why black women and non-black women say the N-G word. I'm like, oh my God, I could hang up. I finally started relating and understanding. I'm like, why do they call him iggas? Like, the N. I'm like, that's so mean. Like, even though he does this, okay, he's sure he cheated on you, or sure he said these things. Oh, I got it. I fully understand and I grasp now, okay? Because it almost came out my mouth. I had to hang up on him one day. I said, oh, hell no. So I understand. I fully relate now. So, okay, Red Wing says, I'm almost 50 black women wanted white because of the pretty hair. Well, what? Okay, so I'm from Florida, right? And I don't care if the black woman is light skinned, in between, or dark brown. Every black woman, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't have growing up as a minor. I didn't have black American girlfriends. Okay, I didn't. My friends, black wives, were foreign black women in Florida because I was that rare black girl who was dating out. Not intentionally, it just happened for me, okay? And plus the area I lived in. So the Caribbean women, the Haitian women, they didn't get their race, they'll date non-black men. I knew 3 Haitian women who are married to white men. So all the black American women, even within my family, it was all about black men all day long. All day long. So when you say about pretty hair and everything, you're more likely to get that out of black guys. I'm not saying black women are not like that, but the majority are. They tend to. They're not about pretty hair. No. Now there is a black woman who went viral, and she said she wanted a light skinned baby with green eyes. Right? There's a reason why she went viral, though, huh? Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm just agreeing with what you're saying. I'm listening.
Okay. There's a reason why she went viral, because everybody's used to black men saying, oh, I'm going to get me a light skin this, or I want me, cheers to the light skinned babies, aka biracial. Usually they mean everybody's used to that. But she went viral for a reason, because no one's used to black women talking like that. She didn't go viral. If black women were talking like a lot of these black guys do, she would never went viral. Okay. She went viral for a reason, and everybody's like trashing her. Hello. She's part of a community where she's a dark brown woman. She's part of a community where one look gets hyped up and the other don't. Okay. I was in Florida, right? And I was on a college campus in Miami, and a close friend of mine's a dark brown Haitian woman, loved her to death. We were just chilling at the school campus, eating a sandwich, right? Really basic on break. And all of a sudden, a black dude comes by our path. He ignores her, says hello to me and everything. He, because obviously I'm lighter, right? And then a Latina woman who was more pale came by. Homeboy left. I said, oh, there we go. See, girl? So we just had to wait for her to come on back. That's all. So
I'm telling you.
Yeah, so they act like, oh, she just got self-hate, and where is it coming from? Where is it coming from? If Malcolm X even knew. Obama talked about it. It's not coming out of thin air. There's no black girl is sleeping in bed and wake up. I want green. No, no. Mm-mm.
Right.
But go ahead. I'll
Right.
let you go ahead and talk. I done took over, girl.
Yeah, it's okay. No, it's fine. But no, it's the truth. Like, I mean, I don't understand if black men are, you know, praising non-black features and black women decide to praise non-black features, then what's the problem if we're both saying the same thing?
Exactly. Exactly. And Red Wings brought up a good point. He brought up white supremacy. Now I want to bring about white supremacy. Not only were black men on the field and working indoors, so were black women. So how did one side, yeah. So how did one side go get whippings and yeah, black women were hung too. All this other stuff, but somehow they came up saying we love our black kings. Okay, he might be in shackles and being beat down to death and barely can get a job, but we still love him. But the other side, like this black dude told me his great great grandfather was on the plantation looking up at the big house saying he hoped we get him a white one day. So what I said, what the hell?
Right.
So
This is obviously a big issue there.
yes, and so I understand when a lot of these black women who really do have a preference for black men. I'm not putting them down. I'm not putting down the Crystal Swirl. I'm literally understand that they have a preference for black men, and that's natural. Women of all races tend to have a preference for black, not they wish for their race of men. Okay, they do. White women tend to prefer white men. Black women tend to prefer black men. Hispanic women tend to prefer their own culture of men, etc. It's natural.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like I'm not trying to insult them, which they take it as an insult. I just know what's really going on. They're hurt and they like black men, and black men are not giving them that love back. So they come on YouTube and they lose their minds, and it gets worse because they're listening to the Red Supremes, and it makes them even more upset. And then attack non-black women who are like, "What the hell is this?" Okay, so yeah, because Crystal actually had a lot of non-black women supporters, so she ran them all off.
Ew.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I know I was dumb. I'm like, you could have used them to be an ally for you. I'm like, okay, well, never mind. So that black girl went viral for a reason because typical black girl does not talk like that. But if I hear more black women talking like that and black girls, I'm not going to say anything because I know how it really started.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, why can't I have a yellow bone man with green eyes and good
there
hair?
You girl,
but you can have a biracial woman with the same features. She's
there
just
you
a
go.
female.
There you go. There you go. And I don't see nothing wrong with it because I have it's a black woman. She's anonymous, but she sometimes comment and she says she loves light skinned black guys. You know what, girl? Go get them. Okay. She likes it.
Right.
Handle your business because it shouldn't be just one way. Everybody might as well join the party.
Right.
You know?
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. Absolutely. I mean, I think a lot of black men, well, not, all of them, but the ones that are like that, I think they don't like getting a taste of their own medicine.
They don't.
I don't think they like when black women hold up a mirror or anyone holds up a mirror for that matter and say, hey, if you don't like me doing this, what makes you think that I appreciate you doing the same thing?
Right. Exactly. I'm like,
they don't get it. It's weird.
They don't. I know, and I think I don't know. Part of me is wondering, do they do get it, but they don't want to accept it because it harms their ego? Right. I don't know. But yeah, what if I had become a rap artist and then only hire majority white men for my backups, just posing and stuff, all oiled up and everything, and a couple of light skinned black dudes, and I'm rapping like this is all I want. Girl, I would go viral so big. I mean, look.
Right. Man, that ain't a bad idea. Get them coins, sis. Okay.
Look, I would do something crazy like that. They would hunt this page. They'll be like, dox her again, dox that bitch again. That's why that's black big community. They definitely watch me. They lurk and stuff. They'll like, what the hell is this? And I'll make sure it's tall black, not light skinned black men and white men, majority white men. Have the token black dudes in the back right there. But they wouldn't like it. They would
No,
not
they
like
wouldn't.
it.
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh, hi, Davis. They wouldn't. So what Cynthia G is pretty much saying is, okay, since Black women, all of us have attitude, and all of us are angry, and all of us are terrible mothers, and all of us are this and that. Why don't we just stop having you? And when she was talking her points, I'm thinking that's brilliant. I actually expected Black men to be happy. I was
Right.
I thought I was going to chill. Like, finally, these Black bitches are stop having us. I finally got the message. Dang, because I mean, look at Lenny Kravitz. He
Right.
came from a Black woman, and we don't see him complaining on social media about us. If he is, he's keeping it to himself. So maybe they want to be biracial. I don't know, but I was shocked about the
Right. I mean, they
backlash.
do praise biracial women and everything. They they like what did Tyreek? She said that Black men should date biracial women with non-Black mothers.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, listen, Cynthia G and some other women like her gave y'all a solution. We
Mm-hmm.
will not have you anymore. What's the problem? If Black women are the problem and we're in the way, we're the reason why there's Pookies, Ray Rays, and Tyrones, then okay, well, we'll stop having Black men. Problem solved, right?
Mm-hmm. That is it. That is it. So I mean, I thought they would be like, I thought they would be high fiving, like finally Cynthia G is just putting that message out there. And I was shocked. I said, y'all want to be born out of Black women? Like what? Don't y'all want to have a white daddy or a non-Black Latin daddy or like Asian daddy? Like y'all really want to come from a Black man? Because they seem really upset. Like a lot of them do have racial hangups. They do. So why don't you want to look like Lenny Kravitz? So that's why for me personally, long time ago, I said if the whole Black race just vanished and we just look different, I'm down for that. Because that's what it feels like what Black men, not all of them, but a great amount of them really, really want. Dissing us is pretty much psychology saying get the hell away from us.
Right.
You're not saying you're beautiful and all this stuff. I mean, you're telling us to get the fuck away. I'm like, oh, okay.
Right. They're just telling us be gone. I think it was was it a Black athlete? I forget his name, or a rapper, but he's posing a picture with his Becky and his biracial child, and he said in the caption, "This is what the Black community should look like." Okay.
Okay. So what's the problem?
Right.
So they do want this, but they just don't want us, I guess, to join the party. I don't know.
Right. Like, I mean, okay. Well, I used to think that when I first heard about that, I thought it was a bit extreme.
Mm-hmm.
But the way Cynthia G broke it down, it's just like, no, that would be the perfect solution. They don't want to deal with Black women. They don't want to be around us at all. Like,
mm-hmm. Right. Oh, Red Wings. That's a future topic. I'm going to talk about the Black women I have encountered at past jobs who want Black men, but actually in their face was shut down or they were treated badly and they became lesbians. I kid you not. Okay.
Ooh, girl.
And it was so sad because one girl in particular, she was dark brown, and this is when I was working at Nordstrom, and she liked this other guy who was the same complexion as her. Okay. And she confessed to me she likes him a lot, and and I'm like, okay, I didn't see no big deal. Coworkers do hook up sometimes. Well, he purposely found a white woman on the job and loudly told her, "Oh, you look good," in front of her to give her the message. And then he said to his buddy who was liking me, and I got the hell away from his crazy ass, that, "Oh, I only like white girls." And he made sure to say it loud when she was around. And I went behind her. She went to the bathroom crying. Okay. Because this guy she really liked a lot. Okay. A lot. Next minute, she was quitting a job. And on her last day, she said, "Well, I want to tell you something. I'm going to be a lesbian." And this kind of reminded me of the New York, the mayor's wife. There's articles of her being a lesbian, but since this white guy came around and said, put a ring on us, all of a sudden she's, "Well, I was just going through some things." So there are Black women like that who really want that Black love so bad that, they say forget it. And they literally go lesbian. I didn't believe it until I encountered these people.
Right. No. That's something that I really do believe happens. Because I mean, that's really, I mean, granted, okay, she might not have known the guy, but for him to really go out far, I mean, above and beyond to, I guess, like diss her
I
in
mean, it
front of
was
that white
so
woman,
wrong. I wanted to tell him
right,
off,
in
but I ran
hopes to
behind
get that
her.
white woman. Yeah,
And
in
then the
hopes
woman
to
didn't
get
even
that.
like him. She was trying to go after this Latin guy, this non-black Latin guy.
Right.
Like, you
So
can't
you
make it
did
up.
all of that for nothing. You
And
literally did that for nothing. I mean, yes. Wow, I can't.
I mean, she was so brokenhearted. I mean, damn. I mean, he didn't have to do all that. So, okay, Red
No,
Wing says,
no.
I live in an area of Hispanics. They date their own kind. Yeah, a lot of them do. I work for Asian. They date their own kind, not all of them. Let's see. And other men see black women en masse as our rejects. And I'm glad you said that, because this Korean guy, he was telling me, who do I think is cuter, him or his friend? Because they told me to pick one. And he said this, that black women need to consider Korean men, because he said, your men don't really do well. They don't want to work. I kid you not. So these non-black men
Wow.
are watching and they're talking on it. So yeah, we might be viewed as the rejects, but for some non-black men, not all of them, but some, they see that as an opportunity, because there is a lot of non-black men who are into black women, a lot. Okay. Of all shades, not just one particular shade. So, you know, yeah, so we might be viewed as the rejects of our community, but other races of men see this as an opportunity. And he said this was a
Right.
Korean guy. You would think Asians are very, meek, and no, homeboy was telling me what time it was. And he was like, black women, y'all need to consider us Koreans, like, because we'll work and we'll start families with you. And I was like, hey, I should have. My mom was pissed off, like, why did he sound good? My dad was like, yeah, no, he don't believe in, he never dated out. But I'm like, this is my life, okay? Love my dad,
Right.
but mommy is a light-skinned woman, okay? But we'll leave it at that. So let me make my choices too. So we're all gonna have fun together. So anyway, let's see. So Red Wings Hockey said, but Cynthia G looks like a black Barbie doll. Acts like a Valley girl. Well, here's the thing. Cynthia G is an American woman, so it depends on where you're born. It's not her fault. She might have a quote unquote Valley girl accent. When I hear her voice, I still hear a black woman. But if you hear Valley girl, okay, that's fine. I mean, you can't help where you're born environment wise. There's an Asian woman on YouTube. She was adopted by a black family, but her dialect sounds like a black woman. I kid you not, I have to find it, because that was her environment. She grew up, she was adopted by these black parents. She loves them. So she sounds like it. That's why in Jamaica, you'll have some white people or Asian people talk just like the black Jamaicans. So wherever Cynthia G was born, that's just natural. And I like her accent, actually.
Yeah, I mean, she has a pleasant voice.
Mm-hmm.
I literally don't see anything wrong with her. Not that I was like checking for her or anything like that, but
right, but his accents are
pleasant.
different.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, Red Wings he said, so the black woman who can't get another man, y'all supposed to suffer from a man shortage? I don't understand that comment, do you? Maybe you might, I don't know.
Y'all supposed to suffer from a man shortage. I don't think there's a shortage of men.
It's not.
But as far as like the ones who ain't dusty, I believe there's a shortage of those.
Right, the non-dusty. Look, because there are some non-dusty black men, but they're just not the majority.
Right.
Problem. Like I said, exactly. If I had me a black son and he getting, I'm breastfeeding him, I'm like, I got you. We're not gonna do that formula because we too good over here. Okay. And then he got, he getting a cold. I'm right there. I'm signing him up for activities. I'm signing him up for a tutor to speak 3 languages. I'm just that mom. And then he grew up with just ain't black women. There's a huge problem here. Okay. I mean, I will embarrass him so bad. He will disown me. Okay. It will look so bad on social, and it will be on social media too. Okay. He'll have his channel, Black Women Ain't Shit. And I'll be over here. I'm his mom. Here's pictures of me breastfeeding him. Okay. Here's when he pooped on himself. He had a little accident. He didn't make it to the potty. I'll go there. I don't care. They can shut down the whole channel. Okay. Yeah, it was the evil black woman who took care of him. Okay. And Psycho Knacker. I like that. I'm sorry because gay and them, they're like. So I would like to say this. I know someone I used to work with. He's a black guy, and his preference is white women. Here's the thing. I respect him because not once has he put down black women. Not once. He literally just said, "Hey, my preference is white women." He didn't explain why, and black women need to do this and that. It was just what it is. So I can respect that. Problem is, the black guys who date out, they got a lot to say. They include us while they're dating out.
Right. They can't leave us alone, and they can't let us have our peace.
I know. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, have fun. Okay. Well, then I had some come over here. I'm going overseas, and I'm gonna give me a Latina. I'm like, okay, well, thanks for sharing. I mean, okay, where we go from here? Like, what's next? And it was like crickets. Like, okay, I'm glad to know. I mean, I didn't know I need to know this, but including this biracial guy who liked me, came from Black Daddy. Okay, and he got mad because I mean, when I heard him diss a darker brown coworker, or if you like to say dark skin, I was like, "Oh no, you crazy? Your dad is dark skin. My dad is dark skin. Okay, I can get with a biracial person, and we can have a dark skinned daughter or son. Okay, people think it overrides. If anything is possible, look at Heidi Klum's daughter. She's dark skinned, but she's biracial. And I got the hell away from him. He got mad. I'm gonna go to a Hispanic country. I said, okay, well, you have a good one. Okay, you hurry up.
Right, like that proves the point of Cynthia G saying that black men, when they create these biracial children, they grow up or they're taught to have some type of disdain towards black women. And I see it a lot, especially on YouTube. It's actually like a little small community of biracials that they really can't stand.
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking. Don't even name drop them other channels. I got the hell out of them. Now there's some who are not like that. But the others, I said, well, goddamn. I felt like we went back in the day. I mean, do I need to buy me some paper bags? And do I pass in this? Or I got nervous because look, I do have a couple of half siblings, and they are what people might consider dark skin. And I mean, I got aunts who are dark skin. My dad is. I'm like, I can't be part of. Let's pretend my dad was just putting down dark skin women. He never did. But let's say he did that. I have morals deep down, and I would never join that. But everybody's different. But I got the hell away from certain channels. I was like, what the hell is this? Because I did support some. Like, that's a good idea. Let them have their own biracial community. I did not agree with inviting light-skinned black women. Like, light-skinned black women can be supportive, but don't literally embrace, because light-skinned black women are black. So eventually it's going to conflict because they don't have a non-black parent. Okay, they just came from two black parents. So eventually it's going to, I've seen that happen over there. On one of them channels, one light-skinned black woman bumped heads with the biracial community, and I said, I knew this was going to happen. They're going to butt heads.
Exactly. I never group biracials and light-skinned blacks in the same category at all.
Right. It's kind of like grouping dark-skinned people from India with dark-skinned black women from wherever part of the world. They're not the same. Different races.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but yeah, they hardcore over there. I think one of the chicks, I'm not gonna say her name or anything like that, but she's like the leader of it. I want to say like
like that
wants to spearhead that movement. Of course, her mama white, daddy black. So yeah, that's a combination for a black woman hater.
And it's sad, but here's the thing: it's really sad that it's not necessary, and that's why for me, I'm pro. That's why I say I'm pro-American. I have no desire to segregate. At the end of the day, I just don't. It's not my thing, because what makes me better than anybody else, or what makes another person better than anybody else? Okay, regardless of their race and skin tone, and that just seems so, because there are biracial who are black passing, and then what? Right. Are they accepted in it? I mean, okay, you can say they are, but once they show their photo, they might get trashed, saying, "Oh, you're just a jealous one." Because there are some biracials like Halle Berry who are not like that, who did come from black dad who was never around, but still, that's where she came from, and a white mom.
Right.
But I know what you're talking about. So what the hell? Because at first I'm like, okay, look at them doing their little thing, and after a while, I said, ooh, let me get out.
Girl, I didn't even know they exist. Like I didn't even know they existed, and when I did, I just was like, my mind was blown. Like,
I knew it was going to
what
happen
the
eventually
heck?
with Chrissy existing. I knew eventually that would take place. Those certain type of channels would exist because Chrissy is promoting dark skinned women, which I don't think is nothing wrong because we understand how society works. Let's be real, okay? But
Oh yeah, ooh, no, and they don't like Chrissy. Anyone that promotes dark skinned black women, that community over there, they just hate them. I just can't believe it. Well, I could,
know. She is
but
doing good things. I don't agree with everything. Like she don't feel some people are not dark enough for certain roles, like the mermaid. I thought she'll be happy because Lisa Girl is a black mermaid, but she's like, Lupita doesn't need all roles. Okay, no offense, but there are some people here who, would like a role too. Just Lupita, Chrissy. I'm sorry, Rashida behavior. If I bring up Lupita, Rashida Strober, she just ugh. But
I mean,
yeah.
she is a little crazy, but I like Rashida. I don't know
Me
why.
too. I had to take a break from that channel. Though. I said, "Oh, he can rap over here too." So I just stopped going to any skin tone channel where I said both sides. I'm like, ooh,
right.
because
I also feel like
Mhm.
just because a person is light skinned or altogether biracial, it doesn't mean that they deserve to get bullied and harassed and things like that.
Right.
I think
It's
a
no
lot
one's
of them.
fault though. It's no one's fault because
Right.
like, okay, so I was looking at the comments. They were saying, okay, sure, there are ugly light skinned people. Let's be real. There's ugly biracial people. There's ugly whatever skin tone, even other races. It don't matter, okay? But they were saying over there that if a person, usually people who are light skinned, are ugly. I said, oh, wait a minute now, okay?
Wait.
I mean, I don't consider myself light skinned at all. It depends on the weather, but I said, now, whoa, my mom is very beautiful, okay? Look, I just, I
Right.
said, what the hell is this?
That's extreme. No. That's not
So
true.
I had to leave her. I'll support her in spirit, okay? But I had to leave. Just like I had to leave the pro biracial channels. I left the pro light skin channel, and I left the pro dark skin channel. I said, no, wait a minute, but I got feelings now. Okay.
Oh God.
I just say,
right.
I said, no, wait a minute. So I understand Tiny, okay, but Beyonce, okay. What about? And then they're like, oh, so if you take a light skinned woman and somehow Photoshop her darker, is she now beautiful? Because that's what they're saying, that if a person is lighter. And then here's the thing: what if you're a black woman and you have a biracial child, and she's lighter? Is your child ugly? Is your biracial child ugly now? It's like I said, oh no.
Yeah, I think it is a lot of trauma and self-hatred going on around these parts, even though they claim to be for a specific group. But yeah. I mean, it's wild. I mean, I was never in like that other community. I was just observing for a little bit, and it is a lot of hatred over there.
Oh yeah, I said, oh, let me go because I said these YouTube streets will have me stressed out. I'm like, damn. It don't matter. I'll get kicked out of the biracial community eventually. I'll get kicked out of the light skin community. Chrissy already got me blocked some years back because she got upset because she caught me on Rashida Strober's channel, her enemy. So it don't matter either way. I said, let me just help myself out before they do it.
Right.
Wait a minute. Light skin channel did block me, one of them. I didn't even say no. I was just, okay, I had a question, okay? Okay, since everybody is pro light skin on this particular channel, what type of men are you into? Because I'm expecting to hear light skinned men too. No, it's dark skinned men. I'm like, so we're pro light skin, but we're going to desire dark skinned men, which can result in dark skinned children. So you have a whole dark skinned family, but we're going to be pro light skin. I thought it'd be like a pro white or pro black situation. Nope, and I was escorted out of there.
Damn.
I know. I said, so I don't fit nowhere besides, certain parts of MGTOW and then my pro self and then pro American things. Other than that, I'm not accepted anywhere. Look, not even in a feminist group. They definitely kicked me out fast.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, so but you're right. But this whole colorism thing, it's just really sad. But here's the thing, like I've said before, if we're all the same skin tone, humans will find something else to segregate, whether it's high color, eye shape. They'll find something. And it's really sad.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You know, so self-haters are never satisfied.
Oh, Psycho Knacker says something here. This young woman I met, she's Jamaican, so this stuff exists in real life. She tells me about how these men praise their non-black wives at church. Yeah, it's like a celebration. Like, thank God you're not black. Yeah.
Right.
So when Cynthia G came out and said, we're gonna stop production. That's why I thought black men would be happy. Like, finally, stop making us exist.
Right. They swear up and down black women are the seed of the devil, the way some of these fools talk.
Right. And why do you want to come out of Satan? So
right.
I mean, that's why I was so confused about the backlash that she did receive. Because I understand. I mean, look, if you listen to the Red Supremes and all these other numerous black male YouTubers who like to put down black women, you're thinking, damn, I'm going to have a kid looking like that? Because no other race of women are going through this. Okay?
Right.
It's us. Okay? And I learned a lot on these YouTube streets. I mean, I was in La La Land before I joined social media.
Right.
Sure, I've seen some things, but social media, it was like in your face even more. I said, well, damn. And, before I even shown myself, I had black guys say, oh, no, you're a dark-skinned woman. I would say, thank you. Thank you. Okay, this is someone who liked to sit in the sun and everything. Thank you so much. Because I was defending my image as a black woman. And they were like, we know you're dark-skinned. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay. And I didn't say nothing. I said, sure. And I started saying I'm dark-skinned. On YouTube, I said, yeah, I'm dark-skinned. And I still would give them that work back then.
Right. No, I think I remember them days. This was when I think I've been following your channel since you were like a troll.
Girl, I trolled the hell out of them. Look, I came with that Penny Proud account. They're like, oh, well, this is how it started. I started out actually as It the Clown. Okay. Then I started out with Fruity Pebbles, the box, the cereal. Then I said, oh, the Proud family. So this is years ago. I said, let me come as Dejanay, Penny Proud's friend, right? Girl, Dejanay got blocked real quick. I said, let me try Penny Proud. She didn't get blocked as fast, okay? But she got blocked. She got blocked eventually, but not as fast. Even on Red Supreme's channel, I found a white woman who was obese and used her avatar over. I said all types of racist things to him in his chat, and he did not block me. It took him about 5 days to finally block it. He was like, ooh, he didn't give a damn about her size or nothing. I just wanted to prove a point.
Right.
And it's like the whole weight thing with black women. Black women, you're just, but then you got Holiday Test saying black men love my size. And isn't she like 400 pounds? Or something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
And then I see on TikTok a lot of non-black women are saying we love black men because white guys, they want us to be slim and in shape. But these black guys, they'll let us eat our Doritos and we get a man. But then they'll say, we don't like fat women. I'm like, well, what are these women saying over here?
Right. Like, why is it cool for non-black women to be out of shape and, all that stuff, but black women can't? That's
right. I'm like, damn, I want to be fat and everything, maybe sometimes. I want to be sloppy in some sweatpants and, have me a black man with a six-pack and tell me I'm beautiful, wake up with my bed head, like all the hair crazy and eating some Cheetos. I don't even like Cheetos, but I'll eat it just because. Look, I've noticed a change, Kyle's K. I noticed that change. And thank you, Psycho Nigger. You said something nice. So yeah. So I said, damn, it must be a dream come true. I would look, you have your choice of black men. You have the fat black guy and the fit one or the in-between one. And I can be big as hell. I'm like, damn, that's nice. So I don't blame some non-black women who go for black guys because they say, white guys tend to have, so I don't blame them. Like, if you can have your cake and a man, oh yeah. So,
right.
But the thing is, it's a double standard with black women. They talking about, do this and do that and do this. I'm like, well, dang. Now, I know people don't like the honest truth, but he speaks truth. He said that Black women tend to be put on a higher standard. Okay, a way higher standard compared to other races, and I'm looking like one of my haters. And I don't even hate him, but he hates me. Someone sent me a photo of his ex-wife, and while he's busy calling me ugly and everything, I saw the picture of his ex-wife, and she was really big. I said, wait a minute now, because I'm expecting you're going to diss Black women, especially me in general, outside of race. Then I'm expecting your ex-wife and your ex-girlfriend to look like runaway models, slim, hair on point, nails. I'm expecting that.
Right.
I'm not expecting Mama June's sister or anything like that. It was a little shocking. So what Cynthia G said, I don't see as a problem. Like, to me, if the Black race just vanished and we all just look different, I'm down for it. Whatever makes Black men happy, cheers to, that little clip they did, cheers to pretty much biracial children. I don't see a problem.
Right. If Black women said the same thing, there should be no issue.
Right. If a Black guy says, I hope my child has blue eyes and light skin, I don't see nothing wrong with Black women eventually saying the same thing. Like, we all might as well join the party. If you like dark-skinned Black men, fine. But if that other Black woman don't, fine.
Right. But I want to have an exotical man.
Look!
Why can't I have an exotical?
Wake up every morning being happy. So join the whole party. That's how they talk. So,
Right.
Because if Latinas are amazing just for existing and they look better than us, we're talking about the non-Black Latina, not the ones who look black, because, when they talk about Latina, they're talking about like J-Lo looking. Okay, let's be realistic.
Yeah.
But if the whole culture of Hispanic people are just awesome, wouldn't their men be too?
Exactly. I don't understand how they just exit the men.
I know they do. I'm like, wait a minute. Like, so to me,
weird.
Yeah, and I love about Cynthia G is that she's realistic. Sure, there are some Black women out there that says, just stop sleeping with Black men, but she understands that not all Black women are not going to stop sleeping with Black men. Just like the SYS Black men, I caught them admitting that they date Black women on the side. But they'll come online, F these. So realistically, she's saying that Black women are not going to 100% give up on Black men. So she's saying you can get with them, you can marry them, you can do everything. Just maybe when it comes to their sons, ease up on that.
Right. I think until self-hate is not a big issue and it's not so heavy in the Black community and culture, I think what Cynthia G has said should be a problem solver more than anything.
Right, and people don't see it that way at all. I mean, of course, not all Black women are going to follow that rule, but it's catching on. I mean, I'm talking about the 20-somethings. Look, even there's some Black girls saying, because they're listening to social media, they're going to school, they're not getting, any prom dates. Okay, they see what's happening. They're like, and it's a psychology thing. If you put your hand on a hot stove and it burns, okay, that I don't want to do that again. And for the longest, Black women kept doing it over and over and over. So I don't shame Black women. I just know that a lot of them have a preference for Black men. That's all I'm saying. And I would love sclerosis to have a preference for Black men. I'm gonna sleep with them, but maybe at the end I might end up married to a non-Black guy, which will be a miracle because she kind of. Anyway, so I'm just saying, no comment. Just be honest. That's why I preach. Right. Look, Cynthia G says she finds Black men attractive. That's her type. She's not up here pretending, I'm not going to ever date a Black man. No, she's not lying. She's not lying to herself. So that's what I like about her versus so many of these other groups. Let's be honest.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Oh, look, Kels K is 23 years old. Look, this is what I'm talking about. And that's a nice photo, too. This is what I'm talking about. So even the younger people, like younger than me, are already like, fuck it. Okay, we're tired because who wants to hear they're ugly all day long? Okay, and they're linebackers.
Right.
That doesn't get nobody panties wet. You know, but good girl. I got bad luck sometimes. I would be with the black guy who, you know, at the romantic dinner. Okay, you linebacker. Your weave wearing, fake nail wear. I'm not even wearing fake nails. I got my natural hair, but it don't matter. They're gonna say fake nails and fake hair anyway, regardless. And your makeup.
Right.
Like, come on, that's not gonna get nobody panties wet and excited. That's gonna do the
I'm
opposite.
telling you.
You know, my hater saying, "Oh, she got dry wop." Oh yeah, it would definitely get dry at that point. Okay,
I'm
you're
telling
absolutely
you,
right.
self-hate is not a good look. It's not attractive or sexy.
It's not. And I'll be honest. Okay, so back in the day when Hebrew Israelites first came out years ago, I don't even know what exactly year they came out, but when I was in my early 20s, and I heard about these black men with self-esteem, and I wasn't even thinking about black men. But I'm like, actually, I found that very sexy, very attractive, until they kept talking. They sound like the non Hebrew Israelite black women, black men. I couldn't tell the difference with some of them. Okay, because they was like, some believe you can date out, others like, no, you can't. I said, let me go. Oh, that was fun to read about, y'all. Next, because it sounded like they had high self-esteem, and of course, when we do, there's some traces of inferior thinking still there. So yeah. So yeah, I don't see nothing wrong. Like, to me, like, like what feminists like to say, I'm not a feminist, but they love to say, our body, our choice, or something like that. So what's the difference?
Right.
Yeah, Psycho Neckers on 22, and this is very sad. It's very sad. And like I said, like, Psycho he's not part of that. Okay. He's not. He's actually Afro Latino anyway, but he's not part of that colorism thing. And I actually got to know him. Like, he's not like that. So like I said, if a person wants to date out and they're a black guy or wherever, just don't bring this up. Like, stop trashing us how you do it. Okay, we don't care.
Right.
But anyway, what did you want to add to this?
I mean, I think we covered a lot.
Yeah, we did.
I don't think I have anything to add. I think we covered a lot.
I'm sorry, making me laugh. He said, I guess porn are going to men as the black man's future. I mean, you know what? And it doesn't have to be the black man's future. Because I have met some childhood friends, and their moms say don't bring home a black guy because, their dad is black and wasn't around and stuff. So it leaves a bad taste in their mouth. So even non-black women I have met are saying don't get with black men. Okay. And an elderly white woman, she said, "Why don't you black women just date out?" Like, she's like, "Y'all look pretty, but your men don't really care for you like that." And I'm like, "Well, damn." And she was elderly,
right. I mean, hey, these other races, they do see what's going on, even though they may not talk about it much.
They really don't. I mean, unless like, for example, one white woman started crying. And my nosy self, I was right there. This is when I used to catch the train some years ago. And I said, "What's wrong with you?" And she told me that her daughter got with a black guy. And she said that she's not racist. She's just saying she got this left her white husband for a black guy. And the white husband divorced her and got the kids custody because the mom ended up being abused by this black boyfriend and ended up on drugs. And she's like, "What the hell is her problem?" And I said, "Come on over here. Let me give you a little hug." She's like, she couldn't stay with her husband. So, black men, their behavior is not because they're black. It's just because they just want to do this. Certain amount that's just doing this. And then globally, they're giving themselves a bad reputation. And that's what Cynthia G does talk about. It's not black women doing it. It's them. And unfortunately, the good black guys who do date out or do date within their race, they're getting grouped in with that.
Right. It's weird. I mean, they shouldn't be treating their preferences like that at all.
I know. I mean, you would think that, they're going to pull out the red carpet, and they do in the beginning. I've seen it too many times. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
And then they snatch that carpet right from under. I'm like, well, damn. Like, okay, what happened here?
I mean, I know if we're shocked, that send their preferences for a loop. Like, they had me spinning. One minute I'm on a pedestal, and then the next minute I'm just like nothing to you.
And that's a red flag. If a man puts you on a pedestal against his entire race of women, you should run. Right. That's not insane. That's not normal.
Right. But they usually don't learn till it's too late.
That's not normal. Like, it was okay. It's so rare. This only happened once. This white guy wanted to date me, right? But he hated all white women. I said, oh, no, you because that's a red flag. I might got my ass whooped and everything. Me and Crystal Swirl's really relating then. And I'm not going to, I'm just saying. And I don't want to go through that, because if you're going to put me above all white women, who I don't even know these women, there's a lot of white women out there. I don't know they're total strangers. How am I better than them? And who are they? So, and then, and he even cursed out some white woman, she was actually a Hispanic white woman, because she was white. I got the hell out of there. I said, oh, no. I said, not for me. So I don't know how other races of women feel comfortable like that to accept that.
It's weird.
Really my self-esteem not that low. I don't need to be above everybody.
Girl, I mean, it's crazy. Like, I mean, first of all, and then no, with me, it's the ones that black men say that to, but then they try to be some caricature of black women. You know, that's the weirdest part. Like, how you feel good that he elevated you above all black women, but you're trying to look and mimic black women? That's so bizarre.
It is. I just said, you heard about the whole DaniLeigh thing, with her, and how that went. I'm like, first of all, it's so obvious his preference is black women. Okay, sure, he got with you and everything, but his preference is so obvious.
Right. Right. I felt like she couldn't take the fact that she wasn't his preference, and she couldn't, get him to be specifically with her.
And you saw what she did. She started tanning too. You saw that too. She started tanning to get darker. I understand people say, well, we're not trying to get. Well, for her, she was getting darker because she understood what his preference really was.
Yep.
And obviously that didn't work out either, because he's not going to leave. He got it real good. His baby moms, S at the end, his black baby moms, there's a main one. They don't care. They look, he's paying their bills. They understand that they're number one for him, preference-wise. And they good to go. But here's DaniLeigh trying to get a marriage going and a family going. And he's like, oh, hell no.
Right. Like, it's weird. She literally tried to put herself in competition where she didn't have to, because he's never going to stop, I guess, dealing with his black baby mamas.
No, he's never ever going to stop, because they let him do what he wants. So they understand the protocol. He can come over like it's a slave plantation. He can be the buck. DaniLeigh didn't understand this. I want to play a clip before we begin, but I want to read Psycho Knackered. I like that name. It's funny. He said even escorts and women looking for hookups don't want black men. Yeah, I heard of that too. David actually talked about it. He said he saw in Florida for our subreddit a post that said white and Hispanic guys only. Yeah, David did a video on that. Yeah. And it's sad, because these black men who want to be pretend pimps, they want to be modern day pimps. They want to pretend like they're living it up. And they love that Jay-Z song, Pimpin' whatever. But look at Jay-Z, he married. And they was like, well, Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce. I don't believe that, because how in the world she got a whole album called Lemonade right after the cheating thing? I think they promoted that, like, oh, he cheated without saying it, and just for sales, and people bought into it. That's my opinion. And that whole elevator thing, I think that was just a setup, because Beyonce just chilling back and her sister beating up her man. Come on now. Come on. Sister was like, that's my man. That was a setup, I think. So I want to play this clip right quick.
Question for black women. Why do you think that black men look outside of their race to find a partner?
Obviously, I'm not black. And I am no way talking about all black men, so please do not come at me with this. Some people, it's just preference. You love who you love, and that's okay. But there is a certain group of black men that target insecure plus-size white women for a reason, and that's just to use the shit out of them Because they're not about shit. This is the guy that don't keep a job for long. The same type of guy that's like, oh, my car's in the shop, all this shit. Black women ain't gonna put up with their BS, but they go over here because they know some of these white women are so insecure that they will latch on to any type of love that they get, and they'll put up with it for some reason. And some guys target those women on purpose. I've had guys in the past compare me. They're like, you're starting to sound like a black woman. No, I sound like a fucking queen just like they are. They ain't gonna put up with your bullshit in the first place. And if that's the way you treated them, it was no wonder you were single.
All right. So see, there's more non-black women on TikTok who are single moms, and they're talking about their experiences because here's what's going on. Okay, like I mentioned this before, it's a Nigerian coworker when I used to work in the hospital. She was a nurse, and she told me the problem is you Black American women don't know how to take care of your men. I said, oh, wait a minute. And look, at the time, I never even dated a black guy, but I was insulted. Okay, because I've seen Black women like they are so submissive when they're with Black men. They cook and they're working. They get masculine. They work 2 jobs. There's a rap lyric talking about, he said she got 2 jobs, get her nails done here. So that's typical. Not only that, she going home and calling him daddy when he did bare minimum. I'm like, so wait a minute now. Like, so I didn't say nothing. I said, okay. You know, she's a foreign Black woman and she felt that we're not doing our part here. Okay. And she bought him an iPhone and somehow started paying his bills. I said, oh, that's how you do it. She was telling me this. Well, make a long story short, homeboy cheated on her. And she apologized to me. I said, oh, because I was like, oh, that's how you do it. Because I just need to buy a Black man some gifts here, iPhone, and, you know, tell him he's the king of everything. And then that's our problem. You know, so based on that alone, I think some non-Black women and even sometimes foreign women feel like it's us until they get that Black guy experience. And it's not just Black American men, it's the Caribbean guys too. God. So they get that wonderful experience and they're like, oh, and I say, yeah, nice. Because one of my friends said she don't care. She said, why are these non-Black women complaining now? She said, what the hell they thought we were complaining about? We were just, it's us. She said, I don't have no remorse. I said, well, I like to hear it as a newscaster. So it is what it is.
Right.
Look. So that's why I was saying that it's unfortunate that the good Black guys are going to be lumped in, but that's what happens.
Yeah, the overall dynamic of the culture is the support and praise of the Pookies and Ray Rays, the Dusties.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's true. But yeah, these women are, well, you got some non-Black women on TikTok saying, you know, they're kind of being funny and stuff, saying, oh, we got it better. And then you'll see others who are like, oh, shit, these men are crazy.
Right.
Look, so you look, I mean, I'm just waiting for time to go. And I just find it very interesting and an interesting climate that, you know, I mean, if teenage me could see today, she would not believe what's going on. Because if I had a Black woman, right, telling me, oh, you seem like, well, first she was like, are you biracial? And I said, no. She said, oh, okay. Well, do you date Black men? I said, well, I haven't. And she trashed me. Okay. It made me, I should have said biracial. Let's see what that option was. Okay. But I had Black American women who were very pro-Black men, pro-Black love, this. So it's like times have changed. They're like, oh, they got tired. I was like, yeah. But sorry, Psycho Necker had me laughing, talking about they're catching on. And it's sad because, like, I have a nephew and he's sweet as hell. And like I said, look, he got both his parents, and I hope he stays the same and be a good person. But it's sad that eventually he'll be grouped in as well as, you know. And whose fault is it? It's these older Black guys who are in their 20s, 30s, 40s, and beyond, who set the standard to trash Black women. Like non-Black men, you see on their channels, they'll be saying women ain't shitting, but they're not dumb enough to put white women are this or Asian women. They're not doing that. If they do, trust and believe the other non-Black men will call them out and shut them down because they understand that their race. So it don't matter if she's trashy. Doesn't matter if she's a good person, bad person. They're like, no, you can't do that because it reflects on them. Black men who are in these manosphere circles and offline who do this don't care. So, like for example, they say dark skin is ugly, right? Hello? Isn't your mom or your dad or you? Like,
Right.
or they say, oh, the hair thing. Like one of those memes. It shows black men, they've been dyeing their hair blonde. Where's the call out for their being self-hate? But if a black woman go a little
Exactly.
blonde, it's an issue.
Right. Black men wear blonde hair, dye their hair blonde.
Look at Kanye
wear
West came out with blue eyes
contacts.
and blonde a dye job. I was waiting for the backlash. I said, oh, everybody's saying he's a genius
Right.
still. Okay.
And they bleach their skin.
Yes, they do. I've seen someone's channel, and he's a biracial guy. He was showing it too. He said, "Look what they do," and I was like, "Wow."
Mhm.
So yeah, whatever happens, just happens. I think everyone's going in a great direction. At least people are talking. Social media opened up doors. So what Cynthia G has said, personally, I don't see it as an issue. She's saying, okay, us black women, we're still going to mess with black men. We still want to marry you. We still want to be with you. But we just don't want to risk having your sons because we see what's going on here.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I know it sounds gruesome to a lot of people, but to me, I'm like, okay. And plus, there's more black girls anyway.
Sense.
Yeah.
Right, it makes sense. I mean, what can we do to change this dynamic, this terrible, toxic dynamic of black men?
And with less of them, I'm thinking there won't be any crystal swirl types who are losing their minds. Okay, it's like a domino effect. Okay, we won't have the crystal swirls. It's like she literally said she was pumped and dumped by a black man. Obviously, it sounded like that was her soulmate. He pumped and dumped her, left her with a son. Likely never met him. And if you get rid of these certain type of males, then there won't be any crystal swirl types. It's like the whole community might heal. And it might look like a whole community of Wonder Woman, because on Wonder Woman, the whole island is just nothing but women, but they still exist.
Right.
I would say still exist. So, whatever black women want to do with their bodies, that's them. I do what I want to do with my body. Same thing for everybody. I know people are like, oh, we want more black men. Ooh. Until black men as a majority start doing the right thing so we can get back on track and actually uplift their women. Okay, I'm not saying uplift the bad ones. Okay, just uplift the good ones, just like any other race tend to do. They uplift the good ones. They're not gonna put Mama June on the front. They look at her as a clown. Okay, but they try to promote their best. Do the same thing. That's all you have to do, and stop putting and trashing black women all day and night, and then expect to get some good treatment. Okay, you call a black woman ugly. I mean, she's not gonna want a hug now.
Right. Right. I don't think they realize that their actions play a big part in that it does need to change. I don't really hear no other race of women contemplating on whether or not they want to give birth to their men.
Right, because they're not going through the same thing. That's a secret, And it's like, I'm like, sometimes I used to wonder, I'm like, well, I wonder how it feels to be in a race where your men don't trash you. Okay, even if they're not trashing me directly, if you're trashing that black woman, you're obviously trashing all of us. Okay, at this point, especially if she's a classy black woman. Like some people say, "Oh, let it fly," some type of saying they say. But the thing is, if they're trashing her and she's a black woman who's just having fun and she's normal, then you're trashing me too. And it's beyond skin tone at that point. She's black, I'm black. There's a problem. So that's why my whole point is that I don't see nothing wrong with Cynthia G saying, if black men want to get with biracial women, they can. They want to get with non-black women, they can. They want to get with light-skinned black women, they can. But don't judge that black girl who went viral saying, okay, I want me a light-skinned, green-eyed daughter. Hey, what? Look what the community she's in. They're not uplifting her type. Okay, some might, but not the majority.
Right, some might, but those that do, they're not on they're not in rap videos or
no, they're not on a bigger scale.
Right, they're not on these huge platforms
Mm-hmm.
that's drilling that dark is beautiful into these Black girls' heads.
Right, and they
So,
don't even have to say that. They can just literally show that action in music videos. She don't
mhm,
even have to twerk. She can just be posing, looking beautiful and classy in that rap video, without saying I'm
right.
promoting dark skinned women or I'm promoting whatever skin tone. You don't even have to say anything. Just have it there.
Hmm.
Because people rely on action, not words. You can't say, "Oh, I like this," and but then we see the total opposite.
Exactly. Hmm.
And I say light skin is not a privilege at all. Because I told this girl, because she was so proud of her brother dating only black women. She come from a pro-black family, right? Both dad and mom. And her brother was bringing home only light-skinned girls, okay? And I said, I'm not trying to be mean, but I don't see no dark brown girl. I don't see no other shade. Just this, okay? And for me, like, let's say I was to date another black guy, I need to see pictures of his exes. Okay, if I don't see a dark brown girl or some diversity, but I only see straight up light skinned girls, I'm getting the hell out. Okay, I'm just being
Right.
straight up honest because usually that they kind of use us for practice for what they really want, and that's white women. And guess what? He got
Hmm.
with a white woman who was a single mom when the light skinned black girls were childless in school. One was in school to be a dentist. So, and then when I said, I told you, it's for practice. So if I was to date a
Hmm.
black guy again, I would need to see photos of all his exes. I need to see some diversity. I don't need to see the same skin tone or even lighter. It would never happen.
Hmm.
So, yeah, like Cynthia G said, they get the same. So I'm good. I'm good. But anyway, what would
Hmm.
you like to add? Because I wanted to keep this live stream under like at least an hour and 40 minutes or something like that.
Okay. Um, I'm really glad that Black women are slowly waking up to the reality of the situation that we're in, unfortunately. Um, and not that we need other races of women to validate, but
Hmm.
it's good to see that there are also other races of women that understand and know that Black women are, we're not liars, we're not making this up, we're not
Like
pulling
it's in
this
our
out of thin
head. We're
air.
hallucinating here.
Right. No, they're getting the same Black men we are. So
Right.
I'm just glad that there is an awakening going on, and hopefully with women like Cynthia G, I hope that it changes the dynamic, even if it's just in small pockets. Like, I hope that it's the beginning of Black men looking inward instead of
Yes.
outward and start to change themselves.
Right. Look in the mirror. Look. Like to me, I'm fine with being black. Okay. If I was to have a dark
Right.
skinned child, I would be fine. I'm not going to be like, But a lot of them, they need to look inward, like you said. They really do.
Hmm.
And then, I
Yes.
mean, one of my godparents, like I said, she's a white woman, right? And she told me since I was a kid, she said, make sure you get with a white guy, okay? Because she was noticing certain things I didn't notice, when you're a kid. And she said it,
Right.
and she's an official snow bunny for those who are lurking. Um, yeah. So she got blue eyes and she had natural blonde hair. She still do, but a little gray. But I want to make sure everybody understood, those who lurking, she's a white woman because certain groups of the pro SYS community. There's one child. It's not me who said it. She said it since I was a kid for me to do so. Okay, because she noticed certain behavior. Um, so yeah, it's unfortunate that the good black guys. Hey, I mean the good ones, they just have to work harder and standing out. That's what they have to do.
Yes, and help change the culture dynamic in the
Hmm.
Black community.
It's all in their hands. Technically, okay, black women, they have control over their wombs, sure, but they have control. Black men have control on changing things. There you go.
Hmm.
They
It's
have
a
power
fact.
too. That's true. Anything else would you
Indeed.
like to share? Because I don't want to just shut you down. Oh, I got one thumb down on my other channel. Oh, someone didn't like that. No one liked that little chat. I know who did it.
um, um, as far as the topic, I think we covered everything, and I really enjoyed it. I hope we can do it again. Hopefully next time my voice will sound a lot clearer.
No, I'm just glad you're
But
up here. This is the first time. I'm
I'm
excited.
I'm happy to be up here. I feel so good. I mean, well, I love listening and chatting with you.
Same.
Because I don't know. I feel like it feels good to be around Black women who understand what it is that we're dealing with. And I just overall enjoy your channel. Plus, I love your humor. It's hilarious.
See, you're one of the rare ones who get my humor, girl. You're one of the rare people who get my humor. Everybody else like, what that bitch say? What? I'm like, what did I do? I'm just what? Look. And I want to be on camera next year, and I want to report the news and how we're talking. I want to meet those individuals and we have a conversation about different things. Like, but yeah, I appreciate you getting my humor. Very few people do. Very few people. They're like, what the hell's he saying?
Wow.
Yeah. But then when I'm serious and I'm not joking, people then laugh. It's so backwards. Okay, Red Wings don't like Psycho Necker as a name. You don't know your history of your name, how you got it from Geisha Peach. She would make you must be talking about what's that crazy girl name? Pretty Black Magic, because I know her ass was working definitely tonight. She can't get enough of this channel. She's enough of this channel. Yeah. But yeah, besides that, look, Cynthia G. The more people talk about her, and here's the funny part: the Black guys who hate her, they're promoting her channel. Okay, they're promoting her channel more and more. The more hate you get, the more promotion you get. That's what happened with Kevin Samuels or Kitten Heels, whatever I call him. That's what happened to him. He should have never went this far, but he got so much backlash from us women that it just excelled him out there. So the same thing can happen with Cynthia G. People are listening to her. She even has non-Black people on her channel listening in now, even more so. And like even my ex friend of mine's, well, because we were childhood friends, so you know how people grow apart. Her name was Jean Marie. Her mom was a non-Black Cuban. Dad was in and out of jail, Black guy. And she told me, oh, my mom said I can't bring home any Black guys. Okay. I said, oh. And her mom was right there. I'm like, okay. I mean, that had nothing. Look, hey. And she actually started dating this redhead white guy in class. She took hers from mother. She said, okay, Mom. Plus, Dad's not around. He's just in and out of jail. So I guess, hey. I don't see.
Oh, wow.
So besides that, I mean, I can't wait for the future, especially another generation. Look, we got someone in their 20s here. We definitely got Psycho Necker. He sees what's going on. And then a girl, she came up here and she's like, here she is, Kyle's K. See, she's doing her thing. So this next generation, they love you. I'm like,
she has such a pretty smile.
She do. She look like she could model or something. I don't know. Oh, I never seen this. Oh, Kunku, that's a different one. Well, hello, whoever you are. So yeah, like I said, this is what I believe is going to happen in the future. This is based on what's going on now. And based on what a Black guy said online, he said back in the day, he would get like lots of Black women trying to date him. They'll be all around him on campus. But he said these days, it's a little harder. So I think what's going to happen is as more Black women date out, okay, and other Black women who, like, I have a Black friend, she don't date at all. I mean, Black men took her there. She has not dated in many, many years. She's done. So you got those types too. I think it's going to be hard for Black men to get a Black girlfriend. Okay, and once that happens, then I think they'll see the value in their own race and women. That's where it's going to end up. That's just my opinion on things, where it's going.
Right. I definitely could agree. I think when the Black male worshiping stops,
that's what it needs to stop
snap out of it. Yeah.
That's it. Okay, so that's once that takes place, then it might be too late, but there'll still be some around who's okay. I'll give the Black guy a chance. Soon he acted up, she'll be like, oh, I'm out of here. I'm not my great grandparent who stuck by and do this ride and die stuff. Nope.
Right.
So other than that, anything else you want to say before I close it down?
Other than thank you. I hope we do this again.
Absolutely.
I enjoy your content. And hopefully we can have maybe even a bigger panel, because some of the people you have on your show, I like listening to them as well. I guess they don't make content, but they come on your panel to talk.
Oh, that's true. Some of them don't.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Okay, well, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time in the future.
Same here. Have a good one.
You too, and get better.
I'm trying.
Let me see. Bye-bye. Let's see. Now that was awesome. I love her. This is history. I'm gonna keep this video up because I never had her up here before. Never. I see on my other channel that is live streaming. I got 1 thumb down and 3 lurkers on the other channel. Boy, I wonder who it is. Okay. Yeah, the linebacker went live tonight, right? So yeah, the future of Black women is going to be different, and it has to be